Shalom, shalom. I'm Barbara, and I'm always short and sweet. King Charles III. Well, is the coronation invitation pagan? Is King Charles the Green Man of paganism? That is the one thing I'm going to tell you about today. Well, the official invitation to King Charles III's coronation has raised a few eyebrows because of the inclusion of a pagan-influenced character, Pan. And this invitation was sent out to 2,000 selected people. The coronation invitations featured a prominent rendering of the Green Man. The figure is described as an ancient figure from British folklore, symbolic of spring and rebirth to celebrate the new reign. But the fact that the Green Man looks back to a pagan past and is often associated with the Celtic god Cernunnos, the Greek god Pan, and the Roman Silvanus. Here's the Roman god Silvanus, here's Pan, and then Cernunnos. It looks very much similar. It is Pan. And Pan can be traced to the sun god Baal. He is the horn god. So see the horns here? And on this picture that was on the invitation, and you can go back here and see all these pictures show horns. Well, Lupercalia is the Roman form of the worship of the Greek god Pan. And Pan can be traced back to the sun god Baal. Nimrod was the original Pan. We've done quite a few videos about Pan and Nimrod. Well, Pan was who the Romans worshipped, Lupercalia, in a festival known as Valentine's Day. And there are other names for Nimrod besides Baal, the sun god. He's also called Lupercus or Pan. Here's a picture of an image of a green man in Portugal. Here it is again, the green man and the crown of thorns. Well, King Charles also had a crown of thorns on his coronation invitation. On top of the crown of thorns, there was an acorn. So here is one side of the crown of thorns. Here's the other side so that you can see it. And Charles is the Green Man of paganism. Tim Cohen concluded in his book, The Antichrist and a Cup of Tea, that Prince Charles of Wales fits all the criteria for the Antichrist. And even though his title has changed, he still fits all the criteria. And I recommend you getting that book, and I'll also leave a link to this video below where he talks about all the symbolism. Now, based on Charles's activities with Druidry and witchcraft and Satanism, he is the Pagan Green Man. And that's who he is to them today, and that's who he's been for many years to them. And now, lo and behold, all of a sudden, that's the symbol that he chooses for his invitation. And by the way, it's a dead head. It's a corpse's head. And now by Charles saying, I'm the Green Man, he's basically portraying himself as the dying god king, the god of wood, the god of witchcraft, or even for this matter, the god of Druidry. And with the crown of thorns on the Green Man's head, King Charles is setting the tone as the fourth horseman of the apocalypse and to be martyred. He is to be killed as a Christ-like figure, literally. Yes, he believes he is to be killed and then come back to life, and he believes that's his future role. So the original language of the Bible that describes the fourth horseman is chloros, and that means green. It's a yellow tinged green. And is King Charles the defender of the faith? Well, the king is the head of the Church of England, and he will hold the title G'day, Defensor or Defender of the Faith. The faith referred to as unequivocally Protestant Anglican Christianity. But which faith is he defending, Christianity or paganism? Is King Charles positioning himself as the Green King? The image of the invitation to the coronation is set against a backdrop of 5-petaled flowers. All these flowers have 5 petals. And so that is another pagan symbolism. So what does a 5-petal flower symbolize? Well, it represents the 5 elements that are used in witchcraft and the occult, which is earth, water, fire, air, and spirit. So is King Charles positioning himself as the Green King? Is he defending the beliefs of paganism? Well, the Tree of Life is a symbol that represents paganism, especially in the Celtic culture. And here it is again, Celtic paganism. The Tree of Life was a central symbol in Celtic paganism. King Charles was to change into his robe, and he had a 3-sided screen put about him, and 2 sides had crosses on it. And then the other side that everybody could see was a fake Tree of Life. And as you see here, the Tree of Life represents paganism, and he's putting that out there for everyone to see. And you'll see the Tree of Life as paganisms in many cultures: Kabbalah, Celtic, Chakra, Viking, Chinese, and Hindu, all that mythology and culture. So I'm going to go further into the symbols and their meanings of the coronation of King Charles III in the next few videos. So I hope you'll be back for them. So remember, Hosea 4:6 says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." And so many people have no idea about these pagan symbolisms. Revelation 18:4 says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, 'Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.'" So remember, I'm short and sweet, and I'll see you next time, Yah willing.